Shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Waharakah Kadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And boy, oh boy, it's only getting worse, man. Vocab Malone and the rest of these demons decided to justify the Israeli state, and look at this, man. War crime after war crime, atrocity after atrocity. Go watch this video, man. Alright, this guy Owen Jones, he breaks it down, man. These people are liars, deceivers, bloodthirsty monsters, man. That's breaking their own laws, because Esau, Edom, and their power structure, man. They're powerful. These powerful Edomite nations are the ones that came together and created these organizations like the UN and Amnesty Internationals and the ICC. And these organizations are, according to the standard that Esau set, are declaring that crimes are being committed. But here is the problem. What does the scripture say? Let's get Sirach, the 5th chapter. When if the judge himself is the wicked, that's a problem. When the judge himself is the mightiest and the wickedest, then that's obviously going to be a problem. Because they're setting down all these rules and these morals, but they don't have to keep it themselves, because the way they think about it is like, well, who gonna stop me? Who gonna judge me? So it doesn't matter if the UN or the ICC or anyone else, the World Court or anyone else judges them to have been in error, because they have the power. It's crazy, man. This is the book of Sirach 5:3. It says, and say not, who shall control me? Oh, let me start from verse 2. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. These nations, right, for the last however long since they've brought themselves up into supremacy and power, since power was given to them over the earth, have not judged according to righteousness or any standard of consistency, but they judge according to their own lust. And so even when they set a standard, they'll break the standard. Even when they make an oath, they'll break the oath, because in their spirit it's like, well, you know, who's gonna stop me? Right, let me read that again. And say not, who shall control me for my works, for the Lord will surely revenge thy pride. And that's what you're seeing, man, the arrogance and the pride of this man on full display. Them man are brawling, yo. Brawling. Yeah? You know what that means? I had to look it up, because there's certain things man say in the West Indies, man. And I say, yo, the man brawling. Yo, they're just out there going wild with it. They're going wild with it. They ain't holding back, man. All out warfare, man. On some hospitals and that is crazy. Right? Brawling. Yeah? Brazen, to be bold with and without shame. Them man are brazen with it. Them man are committing war crimes in broad daylight, don't give a damn. Hey, yo, it's a serious thing, right? But that's because they're the one in the power seat, so they can do that. You know, so they're filled with pride, but they forget that there's one on high that's higher than them. So that's why they're gonna have to be brought down a peg, right? But this is the point I want to make, man. You see, all of this wouldn't, in the kingdom of heaven, you wouldn't get a situation like this, because the thrones of David are going to be established, right? Which is the throne of righteousness, righteous judgment. So these kind of things ain't going to happen, man. Right? Because you ain't supposed... Oh, let me get this real quick. Let me get this and we're going to continue. This is Psalms 122:5. It says, for there are set thrones of judgment, the thrones of the house of David. Right? The Lord is going to establish the thrones of the house of David for judgment. And we're going to judge righteous judgment. We're not going to judge according to emotion or according to the lusts of our flesh, but according to the righteousness of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Now, one thing that the Lord set up, which is universal to all people, is inheritance and landmarks. Okay, so in the kingdom of heaven, the nations are going to have their inheritances and their landmarks. And no man is going to break that. Because if you break that, there's going to be a penalty for that. Right? Esau, these wars is all about people oppressing someone else and doing bullshit. That ain't going to happen in the kingdom of heaven. Because we going to judge it straight away. That ain't right, man. And we ain't going to judge for money. And we ain't going to judge for lust. We're going to judge for righteousness' sake. Unlike Esau. Esau's just an asshole, man. The kingdom of heaven is going to be the rulership of the perfect. Right now, we got the rulership of the wicked. And this is what happens. This is what you're going to have. Disproportionate violence, lying, scheming, stealing. And then the organizations that they set up to judge it are powerless. It's crazy. Right? Deuteronomy 32:8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Right? So the Lord divided unto all nations their inheritance. Now when you really break it down, the majority of warfare is not because of religion. That's bullshit. It's not religion at all. The majority of warfare, the wind, I don't know if the wind fucking this up, but the majority of warfare happens. Let me get out of this tunnel, man. The wind is wild here. Right, the majority of warfare happens because one people ultimately want to encroach or steal or oppress a man in his heritage. That's why war happens. Let's keep it real. Religion has just always been an excuse. It's not about religion. Man go to war because one set of man usually want to take what another set of men have or oppress them or put them under some kind of lock and key, and that's how you get the war. Now in righteousness, we're supposed to have these nations under lock and key in righteousness, but we're not going to take the inheritance of these nations because that's their inheritance according to the Lord, but they are going to pay us tribute because we're the rightful stewards of the earth. But most wars happen because one nation wants to violate another nation. That's not going to happen in our kingdom. In our kingdom, we're gonna judge among the nations and judge righteous judgment, man. Esau ain't righteous, man. Esau, how can he be righteous when he's breaking his own rules? He's a demon, man. Goodness gracious, how many war crimes? And vocab war crimes Malone, he just like silent, man. Hey, yo. Mad thing. Isaiah 2:2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills. And all nations shall flow unto it. Right? Because you see these different nations, right? Like I read with the Native American Indians, they had to go to the American government to seek justice, and it was the American government that was fucking them up. How does that work? And then Andrew Jackson ignored the ruling of the High Court anyway, and still fucked them up. Because Esau don't give a damn. And the same thing, it's the same thing now. You got the UN, you got ICC, all these, it's war crimes. They don't give a damn. They're gonna do what they wanna do. It's an absolute fucking joke what's going on right now. Absolute joke. It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, for the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways. And our ways are straight, man, and our ways are consistent. Our way is not the way of hypocrisy, which the whole world is seeing, yeah? For out of Zion, and we were walking this path, for out of Zion shall go forth the law. How the Esau, hey, like my grandma would say, they're mekla and brekla. Yo, you're making a law and you're breaking the same law that you made. Like, what the bomba clock does? These people are crazy. Insane. Yeah? And the word of the Lord from Jerusalem, man. And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Because what are they going to need to do that for? Because any situation that pops up, we're going to be there to judge it, to police it. So that's going to bring peace. Esau's supposed to be the police of the world. He's a fucking criminal. So, you know, this, like I said, in the kingdom of heaven, a situation like this wouldn't even be happening anyway. This stuff's only happening because the wicked are in rulership, man, and they don't judge righteous judgment. Okay? So if that, I'm going to say shalom.